What is going on, Rocket Lab investors? So we are at $22.85 in the after hours. We're at $22.85 with a market cap of $11.42 billion. So we are gradually going down. It's a pretty wild and concerning time to invest into Rocket Lab right now because you just don't know whether it's going to go up or down. Right now, I kind of get the vibes. I think there's probably a maybe 40 to 45% chance that we're going to go down. I wouldn't be surprised if we eventually hit 18. But then again, with how Rocket Lab has been and how much press that we're getting, you could see some big whales come in and just spark another bull run. So Reddit is really talking about what the potential is with the MSR contract. There's a good chance that NASA could decide this December on who is going to do the NASA sample return, which if you're not familiar with this channel or not familiar with investing in space or anything, NASA is wanting a company to go to Mars to pick up their rover that has some samples. They're going to bring that soil back to Earth. They're going to analyze the soil. And I think there's a slight chance that Rocket Lab could get the contract. But I think there's an even better chance that obviously SpaceX will get it, but there's also a chance that Blue Origin could get it. SpaceX is absolutely dominating, and NASA knows that SpaceX is going to be able to get that rover back no problem. Rocket Lab, I think they could. I think they came a little low in at $2 billion. I think they needed to up their offer probably to around $4 billion so they have buffer room just in case. But I really think that NASA is going to split the contract apart. I think they're going to give the big chunk to obviously SpaceX, but I think they're going to contract out and offer smaller contracts to other companies to help SpaceX complete this. And I think that's where Rocket Lab is really going to score a little contract, not obviously the big contract, but I think NASA might split it apart and there's a good chance that Rocket Lab could get it. If Rocket Lab was able to score, let's say 500 mil from NASA in another contract, I think there's a good potential we could have a run up to $30. But on the flip side, if let's say only SpaceX gets that contract and we are out of the running, I think there's a good chance that we would see a slight dip, not a massive one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we get below that $20 threshold. You might see a massive sell-off and we might hit down to 16. Because there is just an absolute ton of people that are invested in Rocket Lab right now and they have a ton of profits. So if they fear that they're going to lose that potential, you could see a massive sell-off and that would just take us very, very low. But I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on how you feel about where the stock is going to go. And how would you feel if we did or didn't get the MSR contract? Let's say that we scored 100% of that MSR contract. You would have to look at the long term. If Rocket Lab was able to grab that rover, bring everything back just fine, that would put us on the map. We would get on every news station. It would be an insane amount of publicity. And I think that maybe there's a potential that Peter Beck offered the lowest amount with saying he could do it for $2 billion is because he knows how much publicity he would get. And as a result, that stock price would just go absolutely berserk. It would open up a whole new level of investors throwing money into Rocket Lab. But then again, let's say if they were able to score that contract, they grabbed the rover and it blows up on Mars. You would see Rocket Lab absolutely tank, probably into the low tens. Probably, I wouldn't be surprised if it tanked to $5. It would be an absolutely devastating loss, which is very, very concerning. So I want to know your thoughts and opinions either way. Please comment down below. I definitely appreciate hearing your thoughts and opinions. But thanks for watching. I hope you have a great night. This video is not financial advice. Any statements made are my views and is for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research and consult a professional before making any financial investments.